Are you someone that has toyed with the idea of paid ads or ever thought about the value that paid ads and particularly Facebook ads may bring to your business? If so, this episode is for you. Today, I want to share my experience of getting my first 5 Facebook ads up and running this week. And I want to share my insights into a fantastic course that I've been taking part in and that has really helped put this into perspective and to really kickstart me and get me started down this track. If you've been following along, you'll know that I have spoken about the value that paid ads can bring in terms of allowing us to be able to get more eyeballs onto the content that we're producing and to help us validate our offer and our message and to be able to get feedback much faster than we might if we were just approaching content creation the organic way. So I took the plunge over the last few weeks and finally got ads up this week. And I'm really excited to be able to share some of the early results and the experience of how that was for me this week. Are you sick of getting to the end of every day and feeling that it was just okay? I've got a brand new tool that can help us move from okay or average to a place where we can really feel like we have genuinely moved the needle forward each day. My 5-minute daily planning and continuous improvement checklist is tailor-made for solo entrepreneurs who work from home, and it's specifically designed to help them feel like they've made meaningful progress across every area of life. If this sounds interesting, just say the word and I'll shoot it straight through. Hello and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. I'm Paul Heron. I'm a transformational coach dedicated to guiding you towards what truly matters most. Over the years, I've helped empower countless people to break through the barriers and harness their full potential. As a transformational coach, I've witnessed the remarkable journeys of many of my clients, and I've helped them shift from hesitation into action and a feeling like they're back on track, aligned with their greatest ambitions. This podcast is all about me stepping out of my comfort zone and figuring out this marketing stuff. Over the last 5 years, I've predominantly outsourced all my marketing activities, and I recently decided that this is the year I'm going to figure it out. So over the next 12 months, I've committed to showing up every single day, producing, creating, and posting a podcast episode to not only document my journey, but to hopefully show you some of the highs and lows and everything in between. So without any further ado, let's get into today's episode. So a big part of this journey that I have embarked on, the journey of figuring out this marketing stuff, understanding more about myself, my ideal client, and the specific challenges that they're going through, the offers that I'm going to be creating, the messaging that I'm going to be putting out. A big part of the mechanism that allows that to happen is creating content. And creating content in a specific way that is designed to eventually lead to conversations. Because ultimately it's starting conversations that is what is going to give me that chance to be able to bring the people that I am marketing my message to into my business. I've also spoken about the distinction between organic content creation and using paid advertising, which in my mind, the way I'm thinking about it right now is content creation done in exactly the same way, possibly even exactly the same posts, just with a little bit of money on them to enable those same posts to be viewed by more and more people. So in my mind, that's the big distinction between organic and paid advertising in the context of Facebook, at least anyway, which is where my focus is at the moment. So with the decision made to at least give it a go, I did a bit of research online and I came across Laurel Portier's $7 ads program. I found it really interesting. I was getting quite a few ads coming in, exposing me to her program. Now, if you're not familiar, this program is a $7 a month membership-based program. For that $7 a month, there is an online course, or there's a lot of online content that you can work your way through. There is also scope to be able to ask questions directly, and there's a couple of live Zoom calls that you can attend each month. The more I looked into it, the more I started to think that this is tremendous value for $7 a month, and I decided to give it a go. And I am absolutely thrilled that I have. I've been able to connect so many of the dots that I wasn't able to do up until this point. In previous attempts at marketing, I had gone straight to having an idea, There's been a few examples where I've created a lead magnet. I've spent a lot of time putting something together, created landing pages, and tried to promote, whether it be organically. I did try a little bit of boosting posts, but I had no luck at all. This method that I've been learning over the last few weeks is really stripping things back to its most basic form, particularly at the start. I really like the way that Laurel talks about removing all resistance. Whenever we have a funnel of any description, whether it be for an ebook or a webinar funnel, all we're doing is creating resistance. We're trying to attract more qualified leads potentially, but all we're doing in many ways is just creating resistance. So if the ultimate goal is to get into a conversation with someone, particularly at the very start when we're still trying to validate and test our offers, why would we want any resistance at all in the way? So the way this works is we first create power content videos, which are 3 to 5 minute videos. We turn them into an ad, and each of these videos is targeting a very specific problem and providing value. These are value-driven pieces of content. And the idea is that we're trying to test and optimize to 25% views. So we get a few of these videos up, and then we start working on some shorter 60-second or less videos in the reel format. And these reels are specifically designed to promote and give away a valuable piece of information that we've put together. And that might be a checklist, it might be a little process, it could be a video, it could be anything, but it's called a value bomb in this program. And I love that term. And these reels are really just designed around trying to get people interested enough to comment in the comment section of the reel to get a copy of this piece of value or this piece of information that you're willing to give away for free. And it's all done with as little resistance as possible. We're not trying to collect email addresses. There's no exchange other than making a comment, and we then send it through and we have the opportunity to start a conversation. It's very early days for me and I'm still setting this up. But this week I did spend a lot of time on this, and I got 5 ads up onto Facebook already. And I can really start to see how this works. It's this constant, very similar to the continuous improvement process that I've been talking about a lot through this series so far. So the idea is to get that first round of ads up onto our Facebook Ads Manager and just see their performance. In this particular program, the target we're trying to achieve initially for those longer videos is to be getting 25% watch time for less than $1 per 25% view. And already in the first week, I have got that down to 35 cents or so for a 25% view, which is huge, which is bringing 3 25% views per dollar spent. That will just continue to build over time. And once I build that up to be a large enough sample size, then I can start retargeting back to that pool, which is the idea as we go along. And I'll get to that, and hopefully I can provide more updates as I go. But for now, my focus really is on, so I've got these videos up. I've currently got 25% views for 35 cents or so. How can I improve my message, my video, and get that down? My goal is to get that down 20 cents, 10 cents, even 5 cents, which I'm told is possible. So it's just a matter of continuously letting an ad run for a week or so, seeing what's performing, turning off the ads that are not performing, and constantly trying to beat my best. And I can imagine going through this process over and over again, creating, I am going to improve my message. I'm going to improve the ability to be able to create the videos. It's, the ones I created this week are potentially a little bit awkward. And I'm looking at them now going, oh, there's a fair bit of work to do here. But it's a fantastic experience just to get started. And it's exactly the same with the Reels. With the Reels, the sole goal of the Reels is literally to start conversations and to get people interested in opting in for the offer that we're putting out. And there's just a huge opportunity here, again, just to keep testing over and over again, to keep the ones that are performing well running, turn off the ones that aren't performing, and just keep creating to try and beat the personal best. I really like that it's kind of gamifying it in some way. It's a method that really sits well with me and allows me to be able to approach this in a way that I can get excited about, which is, it's again, really early days, but I'm feeling very excited about this whole process so far. And the best bit is they're not actually costing a fortune at this stage. I've got them running. Each ad is running for about $5 a day. And I'm going to see how this plays out, see how it works. So for anyone who is interested, I would really recommend going and checking out Laurel Portier's site. I'm sure if you did a Google search, it'll come up. Laurel Portier $5 ads program. I'm sure if you did a Google search, it would pop up. So go over and check it out if that's something that does interest you. What I'm excited about is how I can use this to start cultivating my own unique recipe for success. There is a mathematical problem that I am working my way through. The steps that I've taken this week have started to fill in some of those gaps. Ultimately, I want to get to a place where I know how many comments per post I'm going to be averaging, how many of those comments might turn into messenger conversations, how many of those messenger conversations might move into a sales call, and ultimately how many of these will turn into sales and clients coming into my business. It's exciting. I feel really excited that I'm starting to put some of these pieces together, which is huge. And this absolutely can be done organically as well. But the one thing I just want to highlight is at this stage, I think I've spent about $40 or $50 so far. So I haven't spent much at all, really. But what that has allowed me to do is to get approximately 10,000 impressions, which I think that's the thing that I was struggling when I did try and do some of this stuff organically. I know there are a lot of coaches out there that are really trying to sell that method of finding where our perfect clients are hanging out online and going to provide value in that way. And I really do resonate with that message because particularly when we're starting out, we want to be able to learn this stuff and start validating our offer in the most risk-free way we can. And doing the organic route is most likely going to take more time, but there is less of a financial commitment going down that path. For me personally at this stage, I feel like I've got a little bit of a scarcity of time. I don't really feel like I have the time to invest in doing the organic route. And for me personally, where I am right now, a small financial investment that's going to allow my message to be tested against a far greater number of eyeballs feels like where I need to be right now. So who knows where it's going to take me. I will definitely keep you guys updated, whatever happens, but I might leave it there for today. If you've been listening along to today's episode and have any feedback at all, I would love to hear from you. Do you agree with my strategy? Does my strategy make sense? I think every time I think about it and just talking through it today, it really is starting to make sense to me, but I'm not sure how that message comes across on the other end for you guys. So please reach out and let me know what you think. If you think there's anything I'm missing, I would love to hear from you as well. Or anything else at all that you think might be of value, please reach out. The best way to make contact is to head over to my website. There's a few different ways you can reach out there. You can reach out directly via Messenger, which may be the best, and we can take it from there. Don't forget about my continuous improvement plan as well, that checklist. I really do believe that it is a wonderful resource that can really help you understand what's most important for you and to start having you get to the end of the day feeling like it was a success more often than not. So if you're interested in that, again, it's a completely free resource that is my gift for you. All you need to do is let me know and I'll shoot it through. Finally, if you are enjoying the show, I'd really appreciate it if you would take a moment and hit that subscribe button. It does go a long way in helping me get the show out to a wider audience. And until tomorrow, have a fantastic day. Bye for now.